What's going on, guys? Cooper the Reseller coming at you from Omaha, Nebraska. And today I want to give you guys 7 tips on how to get more sales on Depop. Let's get right into it. I just started selling on Depop recently. I now sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop is very quickly becoming my second favorite selling platform right behind eBay. It's probably my number 1 or 2 selling platform in terms of ease to use. It's super easy to list on, which I love. So I definitely recommend giving it a shot if you haven't already. But let's get right into the tips that I came up with. Starting with tip number 1 that isn't very obvious and is kind of stolen from Poshmark is that you should try to be refreshing your Depop listings as often as you can. And what I mean by this is going into your listings, clicking on an individual listing, and then just hit edit and then submit. Edit, submit, edit, submit, edit, submit all your listings over and over and over. And what that will do is it will refresh your listing. You can also go through and make price changes or add extra details if you want to, but you don't have to. But edit and resubmit all your listings. That'll boost your listings back up to the top of the search results when people are searching for items. So it's very similar to sharing items on Poshmark. On there, you just go ahead and share your items over and over and over. That takes your items to the top. But on Depop, you can refresh your listings by editing it and submitting them over and over and getting them back to the top of the search results. This definitely helps for older, stale items. Tip number 2, always try to use the 5 hashtags that Depop lets you use in your item description. And usually when I'm listing, I like to put the brand as a hashtag, and then you could also do the color. You could do if it's striped or solid, if it's a shirt. You could put in vintage. If it's vintage, you could do a sports team. For example, my favorite team is the Arizona Cardinals. So I could do hashtag Cardinals, hashtag Arizona Cardinals. Just, similar to social media, that'll help your item get more exposure to people that are searching in different hashtags. Use all 5 of the hashtags when you can. And if you can't think of anything, there's different resources online you can look up. But, it shouldn't be too hard to come up with 5 good hashtags for each of your items. Tip number 3, use social media to advertise your Depop closet. And the number 1 platform I see people doing this with is Instagram. Depop has Instagram DNA, and they do let you promote your Instagram page or YouTube page or whatever social media you have on your Depop shop. So you should want to do the reverse too. Try to build up a good following on Instagram, posting items, yourself modeling items on Instagram, and then tell them to head over to your Depop shop to buy them from you. It's just another good way to get a lot of traction, get a lot of viewers, and try to build up your Depop following. Get them from outside social media platforms. If you're on the platforms anyways, you might as well go ahead and give yourself some shameless plugs from your other social media accounts. And it seems like the more Depop followers you build up, they're more legit than Poshmark followers. They're actually real people that chose to follow you. They're interested in the items you're selling. So try to get your Depop closet or your Depop shop as many followers as possible. And like I said before, it is built kind of with a social media DNA. So you can also engage with others and do everything you would on Instagram. Try to do that on Depop as well and build that up as much as you can. And while you do that, you'll try to get on the Explore page. The Explore page is when you get on the app, there's an Explore tab, and you can see all of the different items that Depop themselves have picked out to put on the Explore page, and that could be you. And the way you get on there is have really cool content, really eye-catching content, maybe yourself modeling stuff. I've had a handful of items get on the Explore page, and one in particular that I can remember is it was a pair of Nike corduroy shoes. It got over 1,000 likes and sold pretty quickly, so that was really awesome. I think it does help if you model your own items to get on the Explore page because Depop seems to push people who model their items better. But it doesn't have to be. I've had handful of items with, I think maybe all of my items have been on the Explore page without me modeling them. But the ones that were on the Explore page were shoes and backpacks. So I can't remember if I've had any shirts or pants on there, but I know for sure I've had shoes and backpack on the Explore page, and those are, you don't really need to model those as much as you would shirts or pants, I would say. Another thing when it comes to Depop, and I love this about Depop, is the messaging back and forth with buyers. It's so much easier than on eBay, for example. It's basically like you're texting them back and forth. You have a little message box, but when people ask you questions, and they will, and they might be stupid questions, but you need to answer them as fast as possible. There's no such thing as a stupid question when you're a seller. Answer it as fast as possible. They'll usually ask for measurements more often than not, or I also get a lot of questions on, do you ship internationally? Yes, I do. I put the international shipping price in there, but they still always ask, do you ship internationally? Answer that as fast as possible. If you don't want as many questions, you can put in your bio like certain things like, I don't do trades, or I don't ship internationally. That'll help reduce your overall questions. But if you do get them, try to answer them as promptly as you can. That'll make you look like a better buyer. It'll increase your odds of them appreciating you and wanting to give your store a follow. So try to answer questions as fast as you can. Next tip, and this can be up for debate, but personally I think it would help you sell your items faster if you model your items. What do I mean by modeling your items? That means you yourself putting on the shirts that you find, getting a tripod, taking pictures of you wearing the items, model your items, and when you're posting your listings. Not only does this help your buyers kind of see how the item fits better, and it seems like it's just kind of a mental thing with Depop buyers. They don't really care about specific measurements as much as a buyer would on eBay. Depop buyers are usually millennials and younger. They like clothes that fit a little baggier. They don't care as much. They just want to make sure that it kind of fits. eBay's more older people. They really have a particular fit that they're looking for. So modeling it helps them figure out how it would fit, and they don't necessarily need the specific measurements, although I do recommend putting in the measurements because it does help and people do ask questions about it. But more importantly than that, I think it helps you build your personal brand, and it helps you build your Depop shop brand more if you model your items, because people are seeing your face. And if they see your face over and over and over and over, they're going to start to recognize you and be like, oh crap, that's Cooper. I like his shop. I'm going to go check out his items because I know he has straight fire on the daily. Personally, since I sell on 4 different platforms, I don't model my items, and it slows you down a little bit when you do model items. Hold on here as I try to get over. This minivan's trying to cut me off. But it slows you down when you do model your items, but I think that it makes you more recognizable. It makes your items look better for whatever reason. And like I said, it builds your personal brand. So if you also want to build up your social media, you can do that on Instagram as well. People will recognize you on Depop. You say, check out my Instagram. They'll see you on Instagram. They see you're posting fire on Instagram. They'll know you're posting fire on Depop. It just makes you more recognizable. The more you can put yourself out there, the more you can show your personality, the more people can relate to you and will want to buy from you, as opposed to just seeing a shirt hanging on a hanger. That looks like every other store. No one can take away your personality and who you are. That's the one thing that can easily differentiate yourself. There's thousands of sellers out there, so if you can model yourself and put some personality into it, I think that's huge. That's something I might do in the near future. I just gotta see if I can make the time to model out my items. We'll see how it goes. Just know if you don't model your items, you might not do as well, but I do think that's a great tip, especially for Depop, that I've seen a lot of people have success with, and that also can help you get on the Explore page easier. And then the last tip I have is you need to list consistently. List as many items as you can. Try to make it a challenge each and every week. If you're listing 10 items this week, try to list 11 the next, then list 12 the next, maybe 15, 20. get up to 50 items a week, the more consistency you'll list, the more sales you're gonna make. Eventually, after you list for a while, however many items you list in a week is however many you're gonna sell in a week. That's just how it goes. So if you get to 50 items a week and you do that consistently for a few months to a year, you're gonna be selling 50 items a week. And then you can kind of calculate how much money you can make from Depop. But it's super awesome, and I also highly recommend trying cross-listing on different platforms, Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Grailed, any of those that are attractful to you. I don't know if that's a word, but if any of those look like you could do well on those or you would enjoy listing on those, I'd give those a try as well. But those are my 7 tips. Refresh your listings, use 5 hashtags every post, use social media to promote your Depop shop. Try to get on the Explore page. It can bring a lot of new eyes to your page. Answer questions fast, create dialogue between you and your buyer. Try to be friendly. Model your items, help build up your personal brand and your Depop brand, and list consistently. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. If you appreciated this video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you want to see more reselling related content, and hit that notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video.